We continue with Inside Gamecock Athletics as a visit with Jacksonville State center fielder Michael Bishop, the guy that's at the top of the order leading it off for the Gamecocks, and right now enjoying the best season of his career. Second on the team in hitting. He's 12th in the league coming in. 9th in runs scored. You're 4th in doubles for the league in the OVC. You're 5th in stolen bases. 7th in slugging percentage. Did you realize you were in the top 10 in all these categories?
I did not. I don't really pay attention to that stuff. I just go out and play every game.
This season, it seems like you're a step above, maybe 2 steps above. What's been the difference this year for you?
Really, my entire career in high school, I was a leader even as a sophomore. So it's kind of a different role for me. My freshman, sophomore year, being a follower. Plus, I was going through some other stuff, and I'm just more comfortable this year in a leadership role, and just game slowed down being here for 2 years.
Eberle's gone from last year, Bluestein, some of those guys. Did you feel like that you had to step up as a leader, you and Andrew, Cody Blanchard, and guys like that?
We definitely did. The biggest thing, I think, is the junior class. Most of the guys that are playing were leaders at their high schools, and then some guys even at junior colleges, so they were ready to step up and take that leadership role.
The adjustment from high school to college, was there a bit of a transition there for you, getting used to college pitching and different pitches and as hard as guys throw and things like that?
There was. I mean, we faced, being from Birmingham, we faced some plus guys, but the biggest difference is every guy is a plus guy, basically, and they'll throw any pitch in any count. And, I mean, you're playing almost twice as many games, and the games are longer. So that's the biggest difference.
17-4 in the league right now. Did you expect this? Did you think you guys could have this success coming into this season with all the losses from a year ago?
Coming into the season, before I met everybody, I thought it'd be tough. I didn't think it'd be like this, but once I got to know everybody, I mean, we got a scrappy bunch of guys. We're not as talented as we were the last 2 years, but we've got some scrappy guys that know their roles, are comfortable with their roles, and nobody in the dugout wants to lose. Everybody wants to win that game.
You guys play the game hard, very smart, I think, and guys that know the game and the nuances, I'll say, of the game. For instance, you made a play, the doubleheader against Seam over the weekend, a ball that wasn't that deep. You tag up and go to third. Chase Silvani steals a base yesterday with a third baseman playing in. This is something that's been going on all year, and you guys are students of the game, I guess. Is that the best way to put it?
Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. And the big thing is our leaders last year were power guys, and the leaders this year are me, Andrew, Blanchard. I mean, we can all run. We know how to run the bases. And then we brought some freshmen in that can really run, but they weren't really up to the game as much as we were, but we really teach them, hey, in this situation, late in the game, be looking to steal that bag, be looking for their defense to be out of position.
I mentioned Silvani, he and Pierce and Gamble, the young guys. They've all had their moments where they've made some contributions as well.
They have, and that's what I was talking about everybody knowing their role. Those guys don't play every game, but when they get their chance, they thrive and they do what they need to do.
Travis Stout out of the bullpen. Do you guys feel pretty comfortable when he's out there on the mound in the 9th inning of a game?
Honestly, I didn't think I'd say this coming in, but we feel comfortable with everybody we have in the pen. If we have the lead going in to the 6th inning, I mean, even when we lost at South Alabama, when we lost late, when Mason came in the 7th, I looked at Blanchard in left field. I said, this game's over. So as soon as the bullpen comes in after the 6th inning, we feel very confident.
You and Andrew came together. Did you plan that out of high school as twins? Did you want to go to the same place?
We didn't. I think things would have been different if he hadn't torn his UCL. But when Coach Case came in to the in-home meeting, as soon as he left to look at my dad, I said, I'm playing at Jacksonville State. And Andrew, he was probably 50-50 UAB and Jack State, and it took him 3 or 4 weeks to figure out where he wanted to go. But I knew initially that I wanted to come here.
You guys are together a lot, but yet you also have time away from each other, don't you?
Yeah, we're roommates here and at home, obviously. But I mean, when we're on the road, even when they put us in the same room together, we usually split up. And I think last weekend they put us together, but we split up, and I ended up being with Carlos, and he ended up being with Blanchard, just so we could spend some time apart.
Now, didn't y'all play with Cody and maybe some of the other guys, or played against them high school and then in travel ball too?
Yeah, I played against a bunch of guys in travel ball, and then Blanchard, my freshman year, I remember I was like, hey, I played you in East-West All-Stars. You hit a leadoff home run against a guy that I played with. So he was like, yeah, that was me. I was like, that's pretty cool coming in and playing against guys that you remember from high school.
This weekend, Belmont, you got the lead over them at Tech heading into this weekend. Only, 3 weekends left in the regular season. Are you guys excited? Have you talked a whole lot about what's ahead possibly for you?
Coach Case always talks about, we win the first 2 games, we want to be greedy. Well, we have it's almost like a weekend series where the first 2 games of the series are over. First 2/3 of the week of the conference are over with, and we've got the 3rd game. We're in the lead, so we just want to be greedy and take every game that we can.
Thank you, sir. Been a good run so far. Let's keep it going.
Will do.
Thank you, sir. Michael Bishop, Jacksonville State starting center fielder. We come back, put a wrap on this week's show right after this timeout.
At Jackson